What's up guys, it's me Jeremy, and here in Big Plays we take a look at a play that decided a game, what made it possible, and what you can take away from it. If you guys enjoy this series and want more, leave a like and let me know what you think. Alright, starting with some context. This is a ranked duo game with my partner in crime being the friendly Jinx. And now even though the kills are relatively close, if we take a look at the towers, you can really see that our team happens to be very far behind, as our opponents have 9 towers alive while we have just 1 remaining. But we managed to stall until our inhibitors were up again. Using LoL replay, I can say that we were exactly 9,000 gold behind when this fight happened. Bot and top lanes lost their lane and are a decent amount behind, while our Ryze in the mid lane is a little bit ahead and managed to come out on top, but overall our team is definitely behind. However, although we are behind, it's definitely good to notice that our comp does scale well into the late game, and our team knew this, and so we actually were able to keep morale pretty high considering how far behind we were. There wasn't really much in terms of Skype audio this time, but whatever. Let's just play it back once in real time for you guys. So once again, it's a pretty sweet play. We are a team that is very far behind and managed to ace our opponents. After this fight, we would proceed to win every single fight thereafter and the game, completing our comeback. Let's break it down. So this fight starts with Amumu and Trundle going in. But the thing is that their initiation is very poor and results in the fight being split up into 2 sections. Amumu and Trundle dive the opposing carries, while Annie and Renekton try to take our carries out. While Amumu and Trundle get kited hard and end up dying, we manage to kill only Annie since Renekton is so tanky. Amumu and Trundle dive in so hard that it pretty much spells doom for this fight from the start, since their dive is unsuccessful due to the poor initiation. Although Annie and Renekton's dive is also unsuccessful, their use of the wall here allows Renekton to escape, leading to a 2-for-1 initial trade in the fight, so it does seem like the fight is lost. The chase from the opponents then begins, and it's at this point where the fight turns around completely due to the way we focused and managed the opponents. Once the fight transitions to the second part, our kiting allows it to never be an even fight. Lee Sin jumps in alone with no follow-up from his allies since they are still too far away and zoned down by the Flame Chompers from Jinx, making it a 3 versus 1. The coordination of our team comes together and we burst him instantly. Then I try to turn on to Lissandra, which is another 3v1 from the start since the opponents are still a little bit zoned out, and although I do die due to a nicely timed Zhonya's, Jinx snipes a wonderful zap onto Caitlyn, forcing her out of the fight, while the Zhonya's takes Lissandra out of the fight long enough for her to die instantly when she comes out of it. When Renekton goes in, it's a 2v1 fight that is easily dealt with. Finally, Jinx chases down Caitlyn, and then the fight ends with the ace. It is this positioning and kiting, as well as the phenomenal way that players were focused down properly, that allows this fight to end the way it did. It's the perfect kiting and management of the opposing players that allows the fight to always be lopsided in our favor once the second part begins, and the final 3v4 fight resulted in a 1-for-4 trade, with myself being the only death. Now the key mistake that the opponents make is not coordinating their assaults. Lee Sin jumps in when he has no one that can help him. Caitlyn goes in head on with an inefficient use of her 90 caliber net, leaving her vulnerable to the zap from Jinx. While Renekton goes in when Lissandra's Zhonya is used, meaning that she is out of the fight for 2 seconds. Both teams tried to kite this fight in a way towards the end, but obviously one team was a lot more successful. So the main takeaway from this play is that you can use kiting and zoning to manage your opponents in a fight, in turn making it lopsided when it might not actually be that way. Jinx and Ryze are extremely efficient with their focus and abilities, while the opposing team is clunky and uncoordinated. The focus and kiting from both Rise and Jinx truly shine in this fight, as well as many other things that culminate together in this clip to allow kiting like this to be possible. And in addition to that, keeping a positive attitude and the fact that not a single player on our team gave up helped a ton in this comeback, since we knew that we at least had a chance due to our team composition. And on top of that, don't be like the opponents here and dive in an uncoordinated way. Diving in is often a terrible idea since it's very hard to coordinate and be efficient, which is the only time when diving in is a good idea. So be careful with your dives, as they will often just lead to you being kited. My name is Jeremy, and that's it for this episode of Big Plays. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my others on the screen right now. I'd love it if you could support me with a like, and make sure to subscribe for some more awesome content in the future if you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.